you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. Thank you guys for being here today. If you are new to the Strat or new to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel, then welcome to you guys. We are about to change the way that you guys trade in the stock market. If you haven't done so below, go down below, click that subscribe button, hit that bell. That bell is the important part. It gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day. Make sure you have those notifications on so you don't miss these. Okay, so this is our watch list for Monday, June 27th. Guys, I put these lists out for you guys for your benefit every single day. I usually do a top 5. We've only got about 9 plays on this one, so there will be no top 5 for Monday. I put out weekly swings, which should be out if it's not out already. I put out monthly swings, and I've got over 200 videos for you guys to learn off of, whether it's playing the hashtag 30 and 30. If you don't know what that is, you can go check out those. Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule. I've got the basics of what these candlestick numbers mean, what the entries and exits are, the different setups within the Strat, okay? So I give you guys a multitude of videos and learning tools for free on this channel. You just have to go onto the channel, look at the playlists, find them. I do trade reviews from our watch list, okay? So I go through everything for you guys. Broadening formations. If you guys are having issues with broadening formations, I have those on here. Okay, you can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. If you have questions or comments, leave them there. You can DM me there. Ask away. Ask whatever you need. I'll get back to you guys the same day. Okay? So this is our watch list, like I said, for Monday, June 27th. Guys, I have one thing to ask for you. I like doing these videos. I actually love doing these videos for you guys. It does take me a lot of time, but I do love doing them. I want to keep this stuff free for you guys. I don't want to have to start a Discord, or I'm not looking to start any courses to start charging you guys money to do this stuff. It's free right here for you, but I want to keep it free. So if a little 15-second ad comes up, I just ask that you guys please watch that. That ad will allow the advertisers to pay for your guys' learning and keep the money in your pockets, okay? So let's get started on this list. We will start with AMC, okay? So AMC's got an inside bar. We closed with an inside bar on Friday. So an inside bar, or a 1 bar, when we're talking about the Strat, does not break the high or the low of the previous candle. We stay within the range of the previous candle, okay? And whenever I talk about inside bars, I always ask you guys to imagine that inside bar being a spring and coiling down, getting tighter, tighter, tighter. And when you coil a spring and you tighten it and you compact it and you release it and let it go, that spring explodes to one direction or the other. And we can go back in history and in time and backtrack this stuff and back test it, and you can see this inside bar here, just as an example, flies way to the upside off of the break of the trigger, and we'll go through those in a second. Here's another one with a break to the downside, break to the downside, break to the upside. Okay, so they don't always work, but probabilities tell us more often than not that the inside bars are a really great setup. Now, a few things to go along with that. I got really successful at trading options when I started just looking for inside bars. I thought they were easy to find, and I thought they were easy to pick up the triggers and know when to jump in. And then from there, I just kind of started picking up other stuff, and then I learned the Strat, and here we are today. But if we talk about triggers for these inside bars, okay, we just take the tops or the bottom of the wicks, and that's where we get in. Now, typically we like to trade with time frame continuity, meaning the day, the week, the month, the quarterly, and the yearly are all in the same direction. And I'll just go through that briefly for anybody who's new. This is a daily chart, and this is the daily candle. It's green, so we closed up here, okay? And it shows you green, and the yellow circle is an inside bar. If we go to the week, The week is telling me it closed to the downside, which is here. We have a red bar. The month closed to the downside with the yellow circle, meaning it's an inside bar. So it's a red bar here, okay? So we like to trade with that time frame continuity. On a day trade, I like to see the day and the week the same color. Now, in saying that, opening up Monday, we don't know what these are going to be. We have to wait for them to open up. Rob Smith, the creator of the strat, always says that. Let them open up. So let them open up, and we'll see which way this inside bar goes. If the month, the quarterly, and the yearly are the same color as the daily and the weekly, well, anything past the week is just a bonus and more confluence that the trade has a higher probability of working out. So I would like personally for this thing to go down, especially because if we would look on the weekly, and this is going to be on our weekly videos, if you look at this weekly bar, we had a 2 up that finished red. Okay, so probabilities are telling us that we're looking for a reversal to the downside, 2 up, 2 down reversal, and this would be our trigger for the weekly, okay, this pink line. I've marked it out. So if we go back to the daily and we trigger on the weekly, our first target is the weekly trigger. So that can give you a little bit more confidence to actually stay in this trade if we trigger to that, if we trigger and hit that first target, okay? And if we blow through that first target, well, we've just triggered a 2 up, 2 down reversal on the weekly. So now we have the day in force and the week in force, okay? And if we go to the monthly, in order for that monthly to break out, it's got a ways to go. I'll mark it out just to show you guys where that would show up. Give me a second here. There we go. So the other thing with this on the monthly chart, you can see this broadening formation here. So it's very, very likely that we trend back up off of this inside bar through here. But I mean, let's see what happens. So if we go back to the daily, I'll zoom back in on this. This is where our month would go in force to the downside. So it's got a ways to go in order to do that. I don't think we get there on Monday. Okay, so that's AMC. AR also has an inside bar, but the premiums on these and the spread between the bid and the ask on AR are not usually that great. So I try and stay away from this, but it does have an inside bar, so we will look at it. Okay, and again, we can go back in history and look at the breaks of these inside bars. They're fairly successful trades, okay? This one was not great, but over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, it had a nice trend up. Okay, here's another inside bar with a really nice break up. Here's another inside bar with a really nice break up. 3-1 setup, still an inside bar here with a really nice breakdown. Okay, so high probability plays, and we look for those explosive moves up or down. And I like to see those moves within the first, hour, hour and a half. And if I don't see them, I likely don't stick around very long, and I try and look for those 30 and 30 plays. Okay, the hashtag 30 and 30. So go check out, I've got a 4-part series on that. So you guys can go check out those 4 videos. So inside bar on AR, we can take calls at 33.07. And then I haven't marked the targets out, but I can. And I can mark them with you guys if you have your charts up. Let's mark them together. There's one. I'll change that to green. And let's mark the second one to the downside. There's our first target to the downside. So calls at 33.07, puts at $30.55, and let's let this open up. We'll see how the day and the week respond here. Next up is BBBY, that's Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond has a 2 up that finished red. And we can look for puts on this one at $6.79. There is our first target. Let's move this one down as well for target number 2. And the targets are just the bottoms of the preceding wicks. And a lot of people like to call this magnitude or pivot points or where the bulls have their stop losses. They all mean the exact same thing, guys. So these are our targets, and it is good magnitude to the downside. And again, if we trend down like we're looking for with a 2 up, 2 down reversal, we have full time frame continuity to the downside. If you want this indicator here, guys, you can type in time frame continuity by board rider B, and then these candlestick numbers are candle type the Strat by Crinklebind. The other one that I've got for you guys, and it's got a few things all mixed into one, is this. If you type in right here, where did I show it? There. If you can see right above the arrow, it says the Strat Teach V2. So the Strat, all one word, Teach V2. Type in that, and that'll give you this indicator. And what this indicator gives you is these numbers up at the top with the arrows showing you which direction it is. So it'll give you a 3 bar. It'll give you a 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, 2 up, 2 down. And then it gives you this here. It gives you your day, week, month, quarterly, what color it is, which direction it is, and if you have an actionable signal. So this is saying no actionable signal. There is a signal here with a 2 up, 2 down reversal is what we would be looking for, okay? So I wouldn't rely on this as much because it doesn't always show up with an actionable signal, because we do have one here with a 2 up, 2 down reversal, okay? So I'm going to take this off because it's not something that I like. And I just leave these other ones on here for you guys, these numbers. They're on there for you guys, okay? Because just to have you guys have a little bit better see at what we're doing and get you used to the bars. Okay, so that's BBBY. CVX, oil and gas and utilities. There's a lot of inside bars on those plays for Monday. So we'll see how these round out and how they do. Inside bar on Chevron, bottom of this broadening formation. So again, we can zoom out. There's the broadening formation. Lower low, lower low. This actually can probably go a little lower into here if we wanted. Can we go to there? That one's still good there. But I'll leave it here. And again, we are at the bottom there. So we can look for a reversal here with a 2-1-2 reversal to the upside off of this broadening formation. Doesn't mean we'll hit it. But again, let's let it open up and see what happens on Monday, because it could very well trend to the downside as well. But we can take calls at 147.09, puts at 142.60, and bottom line here is our first target. This purple line is our first target to the upside, and I believe that is a... So I did a little bit of a 2-day chart. I don't do them very often. I kind of went through them. There wasn't a lot of plays, but this is the break to the upside on the 2-day chart. Okay, so 2 down, 2 up reversal to the upside, or a Rev Strat 1, 2, 2 up. It's called a Rev Strat. So again, if we trigger to the upside, our first target is the trigger for the 2-day chart. Okay, and then our first target for the 2-day chart is way up here at the top of this inside bar. Okay, so that's CVX. Lucid, I really like playing Lucid just because the premiums are great and the bid ask is usually very tight. Okay, so we have a 2 up that's red on Lucid, so we can take puts at $18.78, and then we've got our first target at the bottom side at $18 even on LCID. Okay, and then again, we'll wait for this to open. If we open the way we think it is, based off of this probabilities, then we will have full time frame continuity to the downside on LCID. VLO is another one like AR that I'm not sure about playing just because the spreads are not usually that great. But we have an inside bar. We're at the bottom of a broadening formation. I can zoom out. We can look at that again. Lower low, lower low. And again, we can... That's probably set correctly. So again, we've tagged it exactly. We've got a 2 down followed by a 1 or an inside bar. And we'll see if we reverse back to the upside off of this broadening formation, which we've done, to a lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. Let's see what happens with VLO on Monday. And if we do trend back up or break through this broadening formation. Calls at 108.20, puts at 103.13. WMT is Walmart. Walmart, again, 2 up, finished red. Puts at 123.19. If we trend down like we were talking about on the last few, this week will turn to red. We'll have full time frame continuity to the downside. Our first target is just the bottom of the preceding wick, just like normal. And I will tell you guys this, if you're still watching the video, if we gap, go watch the gap videos I've got. I've got 2 of them. I usually play them off the 15 minute. You can play them off the 30. I like the 15, but if these do gap in the morning and you still want to make a trade on that stock, then you have to play it as a gap. Okay, so do we gap and crap or do we gap and go? And those videos will show you how to do that. Okay, so I've got 2 more here. XOM, inside bar. And again, we know all about inside bars already. If you're new to the channel, you know what inside bars are. If you follow me for a while, you definitely know what inside bars are. So calls at 88.40, puts at 85.86. And then the final one we've got here is XOP. And XOP also has an inside bar. Like I said, the oil and gas has a lot of inside bar plays. We're also at the bottom of a broadening formation on this one. And you can see this one is nuts. We go lower low, and we're just tagging those lines. Lower low to a higher high, and we run. Lower low, higher high, lower low, all the way up to higher highs, and all the way back down to lower lows. Okay, so we'll see how this thing opens up on Monday. Inside bar, like I said, calls at 125.58, puts at 120.37. Guys, if you like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and you're following along with the subscription down below. You can also follow me on Twitter. Watch those ads. Watch for the weekly swing video, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.